Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Day number 640. And yes, we have victory. We have liftoff. And I guess you would say, Houston, all systems are go. I wasn't sure it was going to be go, even up till about 2 hours ago. YouTube finally fixed it. So for sure, I was hacked. Yes. And even YouTube, when you have over 1,000 subscribers and you've created X amount of content, you then get customer service for free. So YouTube helped me for a couple of hours, really good person. And she said, this makes no sense. I mean, she was in my account in the back end and she goes, I've never seen this before. Everything is right and everything is wrong. And I have no idea. So I worked with YouTube for about 2 hours and finally got everything reset. Didn't lose anything. And we're good to go. Completely resecured. So hopefully all is well and we shall see. Thank you for being here. I promise you guys, gonna be some of the best video you've ever seen. Right now, Zhenya is sleeping in Zaporizhzhia, and just unbelievable video you guys are going to see tonight. It's pretty crazy. Skeg, welcome to you. In fact, talking of Skeghead, you covered the clock. Yes, I did, with the Ukrainian hat. You know, I want to put this out here. Our Aussie friends that are in here. I received a really nice comment today. I did blur their name out. If not, Ricochet would yell at me. Hi, Greg. I've been watching your content in the early days on Reddit, and I'm among many grateful for your unceasing coverage. On October 30, my friend Matthew Jepson, an Australian Army veteran serving in Chosen Company 59th, tragically lost his life to a Russian artillery strike. His body has been repatriated and buried now in Queensland. This war has brought 200 Aussies to defend Ukraine, and we stand with you all the way. Slava Ukraine, Geroyam Slava. So really, really nice comment. You guys may not know this, but you're in here for the chat on YouTube, but I'm actually on quite a few platforms simultaneously. And that was a comment. That person watches over there, came to the YouTube to send me the message. So very, very, very nice comment. And that Aussie gave his life, and he's now buried in Australia, killed by Russian artillery. So thank you guys for all that you do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being here. Special night tonight, Saturday night, typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but with the mess, we got her fixed. Carl Elwell, welcome to you. Ronnie Vranken, coming in from Belgium. Welcome, my friend. All right, here we go, guys. Really interesting tonight. We're going to start here. Current air raid alert. I can give it to you. And it was just about 1 hour ago. That's what it looked like. A lot of drones were flying over Kyiv. And below that, you see the Cherkasy region. And to the right of that, you see the Poltava region. Right now, we're clear. So this was 1 hour ago. This is now. And hopefully I'll remember to check back on that when we get to the end of the stream. Additionally, we want to look at the front lines tonight because it's been 3 days since we have done that. And not much has changed, to be clear. If anything, Russia's picked up a little bit here towards Kupiansk. Siversk stays the same. Bakhmut. Look right here. You remember I was telling you guys about the railroad tracks the other night? there you can see it. So they've pushed back across there, gained a little bit more. Avdiivka continues to be very, very ugly. Just so you guys know, it's 6.8 kilometers. What, 4 miles? And Avdiivka's right here. If I back her up on the clock a little bit, it's the 19th. You can see a little movement up in this area and a little push here. A little push there. So Avdiivka, it's basically stays the same. Ugledar, Veliki Novosilka, Guliopol, all these places. I can tell you right now, if you look at this map right here, you see Zaporizhzhia right here. You're going to see some video in a few moments from Zhenya, and those videos were in this area somewhere down here. You're going to get a real look tonight. Everything here staying the same. No real advancement here on the left bank of the river, and Ukraine still holding on to a couple of beachheads there. And about 300 Ukrainian troops are on the left side of the river. So that's where we're at on the front. Not much changing there. That's an advertisement. Well, not an advertisement. A bulletin that came out, and it says Uvaga. That's that YBA goofy letter A. That says Uvaga, which means warning, danger. And you see the drones there. And then it says large attack or big attack of drones. And this is referring to the attack last night on Kyiv. There were 77 drones, and about 60 of those were flying around Kyiv. In fact, you guys will see again very soon when I'm in Ukraine, Pavel Ivanovich, our 92-year-old Soviet war veteran who is Ukrainian, and he was up all night last night because of the explosions happening near his home. And there was also some serious damage to a building, quite a few wounded. 2 lost their life, actually, is the last I've heard. But Ukrainian air defense did an amazing job, an absolutely amazing job. I've got some video. I've got lots of video tonight I'm going to show you. So we're going to focus first on this large drone attack that was happening in Ukraine, and specifically in Kyiv last night. And it was very long lasting. Zelensky was speaking at a meeting during part of it, and he's there with a couple of leaders from other European countries, and they were actually meeting about how to get grain out to help feed the world. And as he's speaking, you can see what happens.
У нас є складнощі на кордоні, так і є. І не тільки на кордоні.
See, this is what always happens.
Швидко вам повім, тому що колегам, напевно, треба йти до сховища. На кордоні є складнощі. Я вважаю, перш за все.
So you see, they're trying to continue, and I know your question is going to be, why didn't they run out to the bunker? They did, but they don't run to the bunker. Trust me. The guys around President Zelensky know where everything is completely. They finished their little meeting there about 3 more minutes, the whole video, and then they walk out orderly. Zelensky, that entire crew, and the press that was there, and they go to the secure site and the bunker. I can tell you this. Last time I was in Kyiv, Zhenya and I were able to meet with a very, very high-level guy in the military. Very high, way up there. And we were actually, I was invited to his birthday party. Went to his birthday party. Zaporizhzhia had just left and given him a gift. We're talking that level. And an air alarm went off. And the colonel looked at us and says, we're okay. Let's have the cake because my guys will give me the alert when it's time for us to go to the ultimate secure place. We're good for right now. So my point being, when those air alarms go off, you know, especially like in Kyiv, you've got millions of people that have to shelter. But, you know, the guys in the know, those around Zelensky, those in the military, they know exactly where the drones are. They know exactly how much time they have. So I don't want you to misunderstand seeing that air alarm go off and go, well, why didn't Zelensky leave? He did leave. It was just not at that time because they know. Here's some B-roll from The Sun. I think they're out of London, where they're showing the massive attack during the night and during the morning. And that just goes on and on and on. The entire length of that air alarm with that massive drone attack was 6 hours. 6 hours of torture. You want to see interesting tonight? It's, I guess interesting is not the right word. How about sad? You want to see sad? Here is a parking deck that's also used as a air defense, and a father is there with the mother's filming and his son, and you can hear the air defense going off, and the little boy's got his ears covered, and the dad says, well, this is normal. This is sad. She said, this is not a new sound. Now, what I want you to pay attention to, not only that, it's the little boy, but look at all the people standing there. So that's a place that they've set aside as a secure place. That was probably a parking garage adjacent to a shopping area, to be quite honest with you. And you see, everything shuts down. The people are just standing there, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more in just a moment. Now, one of the largest hits was right here last night, this morning. This may look like a home to you guys, but this is not a home. This is a school. This is they call it a kindergarten, but it's a preschool, 3, 4, 5, 6, that young age school. And yes, that is what schools look like there. And it was hit and destroyed. Fortunately, nobody was there, but the school's destroyed. And I'm going to show you a video clip now that I have that is showing. You're going to see a little bit of film. You're going to see a couple of the ladies talking. They are the headmaster of the school and a school teacher. She's very emotional. And I want you to understand what the person filming is saying. The person filming is actually a military guy. He's there checking everything, and he apologizes to the headmaster of the school, who's very emotional, for not being able to defend the school. This is what real Ukrainians are about. This soldier comes, films, and apologizes that they couldn't stop it. It's powerful. By the way, they're speaking Russian and Ukrainian mixed.
Тримайтесь. Це ваша група була,
Да,
так?
да, столько лет работала.
Як група називалась?
Сонечко.
Може, тварі, просто
Все хорошо, Оля, зараз наведемо порядок, все буде хорошо. Всі живі, всі здорові, ну чого ти? Ну все, я знаю, що все життя тут. Посуда, ну, буде нова, буде ще краще.
I mean, you know, I see that comment there, and we're working, guys. We're fixed. Kindergarten, obviously, an important military target. Exactly. What else can you say? But you see the military guy there saying, hey, we're sorry. We tried. Now, after that mass attack yesterday and last night, Yuri Ignat, this guy right here, who is the spokesperson for the Ukrainian Air Force. You can see his name. If you're looking at it, it'll be on the left side there. It says IGNAT. He came out today and says, oh, by the way, this is the guy that says, I'm sorry, but we're not going to be able to reduce the air alarm times. It's just not possible right now. It's too dangerous. But he gave updated numbers tonight in regard to the supply that Russia has going forward into the winter, which, folks, you do realize it's not even December yet. It's only November the 25th. He said, this is what we know right now, and we're confident with this information. A, we do not know how many long-range missiles Russia has, but what we do know is they have more than 900. You guys remember a year ago when everybody said they were going to run out of them, and we kept telling you, no, they're not? And by the way, you know, Iran is supplying Russia now, not only with the drones, but it is pretty good conjecture out there that they're also going to supply with ballistic missiles. So this is what Ukraine knows. That Russia has more than 900 long-range missiles. For the S-300s, question mark. As we have shared, that's basically unlimited. And I know that nothing is unlimited, but it's basically unlimited of the S-300 missiles they have. In addition to that, you know North Korea is rolling S-300 equipment in. Simple. How many drones do they have? We have no idea. However, he said, we know that Russia is producing 700 to 1,000 drones a month. They're producing Shaheds, the Russian Shahed, and others, between 700 and 1,000 they are producing every month. So you have 30 days in a month, basically, and that's 20 drones a day, and you get to 600. It's not going to stop. That's what he's saying. In addition to that, he also released this information that it is becoming more difficult, even though last night Ukraine did a phenomenal job. He said, however, it's becoming more difficult for us to take these drones out, the Shaheeds, because they're not that white / silver gray color anymore. Now they are painting them black, but that's a certain kind of paint that's supposed to help deflect radar. However that is, I'm not a military guy, but this is from Yuri Ignat. 71 out of 75 last night. That was fantastic. Prepper, you're right, buddy. Seeing the heinous attacks on civilian infrastructure are what really make my blood boil when I hear Western Kremlin shills carrying water for Russia. Yeah, and there's lots of Western Kremlin shills, unfortunately. So not only do they have plenty of drones, they're now adjusting those puppies. In addition to that, Yuri Ignat coding. Thank you, Ronnie Vranken. Yes, it is some kind of coding. That's a much, much better word. Thank you, sir. Now, this is interesting. This also, so 3 major things today after that massive drone attack. And tonight was a pretty good drone attack. There was drones everywhere again. In fact, there were 6 different groups of drones that were flying just hours ago. Yuri Ignat talked about the missile supply, drone supply, talked about the new coding on the drones, and then he talked about this. The Russian Federation has launched mass production of unmanned Termit helicopters, which carry 3 laser guided missiles. The missile range is 6 kilometers. They have a maximum speed of 150 kilometers an hour, and they have a 6-hour runtime. The UA Defense states that this drone was in development before the Russian invasion. So Russia was already developing this prior to the invasion, the continuation of the war, February 2022. And he said these puppies are most likely ready or at a high level of readiness. They're close. And just more for the air. Here we go. Here they come. Have glass paint job, radar absorbing paint. In the U.S., we usually call it a RAM coating, radar absorbent material. Yes, all of you guys are right. All I know is Yuri Ignat says they're putting something on them and they're black now and they are to deflect radar. So we have all of this happening in the air, and this is why it's important that the air defense continues to come to Ukraine. But once again, this is also why Russia is going to put up 75 drones in one night to deplete the air defense. And yes, there is a 4th Patriot system coming from Germany, number 4, and we're looking at December for it to be coming into position. So we shall see what unfolds there. Now, I want to give you guys an update on the borders. Slovakia right now is unblocked. That happened just a few hours ago. Slovakia unblocked, free to move. Poland blocked. Due to protest on the Polish border, the supply of military equipment and other critical imports to Ukraine are blocked. I know it's not supposed to be happening, but it is happening. Components for the Lancet approach detectors, as well as fuel, drones, thermal imagers, medical goods, and humanitarian aid are stuck in traffic jams at the border. That came directly from basically their Secretary of Commerce. They have a different title for that in Ukraine, but their Commerce Department. It's blocked. Now, in addition to that, it is also affecting this. Fuel stations for civilians and military, because the fuel's coming for both, but specifically for civilians, regular gas stations, of which, by the way, military vehicles fuel at that also. Not the big ones, but the soldiers running around in their little Jeeps or whatever they've been able to have gifted to them. Fuel up at the Exxon station. There's not an Exxon, but you guys get that one. Supply is going down due to the blockage at the border, and the price is going up. And here we are, November 25 in the morning on the 26th. The border's got to be unblocked. Zelensky actually spoke about that today in that speech he was giving with those other leaders. And it was Switzerland there and Belgium there and one other nation. They were talking about the grain, but he says, listen, Poland's going to fix this, and they have to do it on a governmental level. Poland's our friend, but right now they need to fix this. So we'll see. Fairly direct statement. Fairly direct statement from Zelensky, because Duda's his friend, but it's a little tough in Poland. And I remind you guys, Jania and I was talking about it just a couple of hours ago. The president of Czech, Petr Pavel, he's going to end up being Nostradamus on this. He told the world 8 months ago, 8 months ago, that you have until November 2024. He just came out a week ago talking about how important March 2024 and April 2024, once Putin has re-solidified his grip on the Soviet Union. Petr Pavel is going to end up being right, because the EU is already starting to a little bit. We know what the United States is going through, and we're only November 2023. Now, this information came out today from Kyiv. For every 24 hours that there are air alarms, Ukraine loses $250 million in revenue. I showed you the video there just a few moments where the young boy is standing in the parking deck, and I drew your guys' attention to the other people standing around. I'm pretty confident that that's a typical parking deck that's connected to a shopping center, and they're typically ground level or underground in Kyiv. Those people were either shopping or working, and they came there for security. Every 24 hours of air alarms, Ukraine loses $250 million in revenue. Russia, China talking about building a tunnel, and this would be on the Kerch Bridge. I'll take you here so you can see it. You guys know this is Crimea. This is the Kerch Strait, and if I go down, this is the Kerch Bridge, and there is very solid information that China is already negotiating through the process of building a tunnel under that bridge. I guess it would be safer, but I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather take my chances going across a bridge and hoping for the best versus getting in a tunnel. And if something happens, I know I'm doomed. If I'm on the bridge, at least I could jump off and float. I don't know, but all I can tell you is that's where we're at. My brain would explode with those alarms. I would go crazy, the noise and the not knowing. Susie Q, that is a very good description of how millions of people live every day in Ukraine. Every day. I mean, they're so loud, and they have to be. I haven't heard of any. Oh, I would not want to use a tunnel made by China for Russia. No, thank you, good sir. I'm telling you, I'm not going in that tunnel. I haven't heard of any releases of soldiers between you and R lately. Did I miss some? No, you haven't. They have done some exchanges of 200s. And I taught you guys what that is. That's the dead. 94 dead Ukrainians were repatriated to Ukraine, and the same amount repatriated to Russia. But no live exchanges here recently. There, we have that. Now, these are some pictures released once again from Zelensky, and we're going to start now, and I'm going to show you guys the front. Just like the thumbnail said tonight, get ready. Some of the best video I've ever shared coming over the next few minutes. This is a picture showing you the real weather in the south. And this specifically is actually in the east. And I can tell you this is in the Kupiansk area up there in the northeast of Ukraine. You can see the soldiers smiling, defending. You can see winter has arrived. There's a troop carrier. Yeah, winter camouflage would be nice. Yes, it would. I've been in one of those. Not a good place. They're the guys. It's tough, man. It's very, very tough on the front. So we're going to get now to Fish. Yes, Fish doesn't care. Fish says, you show my picture, you show my video, they know where I'm at. This is Fish, everybody. And tonight, for the next few minutes on this Saturday night stream, I'm going to share with you some of the most incredible video. I'm going to watch the comments. We can chat about them. But I mean, in 640 days of streaming about Ukraine, these are some of my favorite videos. And I don't mean that as in, because of the message, but they're my favorite for sharing reality. And for the next few minutes, you're going to see reality. So the first one is actually not Fish, but I'm going to show you guys tonight. This is Zhenya grabbed this footage in the Sumy region. And let me do this. Let's do this right here. Let's go here. So you can see Sumy right here. And this is actually the Russian border. And I told you guys that Zhenya was embedded with some guys just 5 miles from the Russian border. So think about this. He was up here. They've run the whole Kharkiv, Kupiansk, Bakhmut, down, whole front line, all through the south. Now they're resting tonight in Zaporizhzhia. Folks, it's a ride and very difficult conditions. But the first video I'm going to show you is coming out of Sumy, and you'll get to see the terrain. You'll get to see the weather, but you're going to see a very special monument that every time Ukrainian soldiers come by, they leave something or they pay tribute. And Zhenya tells you about it. This is in the Sumy area.
It says the March 7, 2022. Paid the price of own life. They defended Sumy city. Roman, Alexander, Evgeny, Georgy. It's a memorial. Respect them. 4 trees as a symbol of 4 lives.
So you have 4 guys there, right on that spot. They were defending Sumy and were killed March 2022. And you can see the memorial that's left there. So very, very interesting. Can you just imagine the temperature with that wind? It's tough. All right, we're going to go to Fish now, and Fish is going to talk to you. And then, guys, I'm going to blow you away with something that Zhenya did tonight when he was getting this video ready to send to me. You're not going to believe this. So we're going to start first with Fish. He's speaking. Subtitles are there. I'm not going to speak over him, the subtitles, unless you want me to read them. I can play it again. It's not that long of a video, but I don't want to. You need to hear his emotion. Try to read the subtitle.
Друзі, вітаю, слава Україні, героям слава. Військові, капелани, дякую, що приїжджають, дякую, що підтримують, це дуже важливо. І сьогодні, маючи велике бажання в серці, благословляю кожного. І запрошую до участі фінансово, молитвенно, морально, конфетками всякими разними. Жека привіз, до сих пор зубів достаю, так сладко говорю і сладко в роті. Все, слава Україні.
Друзі, не зупиняйтеся. Не зупиняйтеся допомагати.
Ага. Не зупиняйтеся.
I mean, no comments. Fish is a stud. And I think Zhenya's a stud too. Fish is all geared up and Zhenya's just in there in his thermal top. By the way, you bought those thermals that Zhenya's wearing there. Now, Zhenya then messaged me and said, hey, you're not going to believe what I just did. I said, well, what did you do? He says, well, I'm here and I was goofing off with this fish video that you're going to play tonight. And I put it into an AI module and told it to speak English. And it did it. Guys, he says, Greg, it didn't take me but 2 minutes to do this. So you're going to watch the same video after AI has gotten a hold of it from a war zone in Zaporizhzhia. 2 minutes of work. Do not tell me that propaganda, the Kremlin, Washington, D.C., anywhere can't control a narrative, can't make you believe anything if you're willing to believe it. Here we go. The same video.
Friends, I'm floating. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. Military, chaplains, thanks for coming. Thanks for your support. This is highly important. Today, with a strong desire in the heart, bless all. I urge you to join and actively participate. Financially, prayerfully, morally, with confectionaries. I still pull out my teeth. I speak so sweetly.
And sweet in the mouth.
Ukraine, celebrate.
Friends, please do not stop. We need your continued help.
Please do not stop.
Unbelievable. I mean, Zhenya sent that to me and he was like shocked because, folks, that's Fish's voice. It was his voice. Just be careful what you watch. Make sure you're going to a trusted source. And I'm not sure where those sources are. I promise you, we'll always do our best to tell you the truth, but 2 minutes on his phone in a war zone, that was made. Okay. How about the roads in Zaporizhzhia? Zhenya sent us this.
Хороші дороги.
He said this is a good road.
Повертає, в принципі, як на не. Вона до. Ага, отут можна виїхати. Хо-хо-хо! А тут, щоб тут виїхати, це треба. Це тут. Ні, тут тільки з розгону. Тут, просто якщо зараз. Тут. О, так, так.
They're on the military road. It's only military.
Ти казав, можеш все засняти, це класна тема.
All those little flags, mine markers.
Зупинка заборонена. Та хотілося. Travel video. Ну так. Тут воно так це треба.
So guys, that's Zaporizhzhia region down on the front. And you can see how nasty it is. You can see only military there. That's where we go. And we run the aid and help. It's only November the 25th, 26th in Ukraine. 4:43 a.m. And you said, well, the roads will freeze, it'll get better. No, when the roads freeze, it'll be worse because you can't stay on the road. Remember, we flipped our truck last year? If you haven't seen that one, let me know and I can show you that video again. You can see how important, the donations that help us take care of that vehicle, new tires, making sure all the four-wheel drive's working. It's life or death. And that's the reality. Now, I'm going to show you a real problem on the front. And this has kind of been like a story on both sides for Ukraine and for the Russian invaders. But there is a huge rodent infestation along all the front lines. Like terrible. Both sides. This is what they're dealing with. You're seeing the front tonight, guys.
Пидорасы, блядь. Выселили меня нахуй, Нурлан, отсюда. Выселили. Вот эти вот магази.
I mean, honestly, I can handle, yeah, there are field mice looking for warmth. I can handle the air alarms. I can handle the missiles, the drones. I'm not looking forward to the mice again. They are mice and snakes. I'm done. Show you a video here from the front. This guy you're going to see is not deceased. He's a Ukrainian soldier, and he's sleeping at his post. His partner with him is awake. His partner is filming it, just so people can see. Here you go. Imagine this is your bed tonight. He's not deceased, guys. He's asleep. I mean, my question is, how is this happening in 2023? How is this happening? That's World War I stuff. I don't know. We delivered 6 tires today. Some of our soldier buddies needed new tires. We delivered them. And we delivered some night vision cams for their vehicle. Here you go. This is all of us doing it together.
Все, на. Опа. Десь другий, да? Коротше, оцей комплект 6. Опа. Камеру передав. Всім подяка.
Дякую. Дякую, велике дякую.
Все.
So very, very cool. It's the front. You're seeing it. Some of those drone extenders. I don't understand the technology, but here you go.
Друзі, і дівчатки, і подруги, і всі, хто партнери. Велика подяка всім, хто участвував.
Дуже дякую.
Вона корисна річ, скажи.
Дуже корисна річ. Літаємо далі, роботу робимо краще.
Ризик зменшує.
Сидимо в безпеці, це саме головне.
Да. Так що, народ, не зупиняємось, допомагаємо, де можна. Правда?
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
So you caught it, but basically it's a drone range extender, and the story was this saves our life because now we can be at a further distance doing our work, and it protects us. Just awesome. I mean, you're on the front tonight. I'm gonna play you a video now, and then we'll close her out, that I actually got from Russia, and I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm going to stop it. But I'm going to play the beginning of it. This is Russian video. And this is in Avdiivka. And they put this out. I've been able to get inside a couple of Russian things where I get stuff direct from them, and I had to kind of go around a loop to get that stuff. So the video I'm going to show you, I will stop it, but you will understand how it ends. And it's sad, but you will not see any of the sad part, but you will see what's happening over Avdiivka right now. Right this moment, this is happening over Avdiivka. And the sad part is where I got this was in a Russian place. Hundreds of thousands of people hearting it, loving it. And it's just sad. Avdiivka. So it's just a reconnaissance drone over Avdiivka. That's a building. That's 2 Ukrainian soldiers, 3. And it's getting them on the thermal. They have no idea that that drone is above their head. This is how dangerous it is on the front. And I'm going to stop it there. Terrible. But tonight, title of the program was Video Straight from the Front. And we gave it to you straight from the front. So Saturday night, we are still clear. And hopefully for the rest of the night, those guys can get some rest. Guys, thank you for being here. Day 640 in the books. And we appreciate all of you. I hope you guys really not enjoyed, but appreciated being able to see video like that from the front. You know, it's your work. It's our work together. And we all make a great team. So be blessed. And
Slava Ukraini!
Everybody gets one of those. Yes, Skeghead. I know. Ringtone. You guys be blessed. We'll see you Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. YouTube is fixed. And you guys did realize, all of you moderators in here, there's nobody in here tonight pushing the Russian agenda. I'm telling you, YouTube was so confused. They says, never seen this before. We got to reset everything. I said, I can tell you where it came from. So you guys be blessed. We'll see you Monday, if not before. Have a good night. Slava Ukraina. And
Слава Україні!